Anastasia Lin, Canada's Miss World, continues to wait for her visa to China to attend the World Beauty Pageant. It is widely believed that Anastasia's strong advocacy for human rights is an obstacle for official invitation from China, the host country.
The first TV series I did was about this little girl who died in Sichuan earthquake. The director said, "I spotted you. I want you to play this role because I see something in you that's quite resemblant to the character, and I believe you can do it." The construction of the school buildings were so underqualified, and they collapsed right away as soon as the earthquake happened. When I realized that, I started to read more about the human rights issue, and through working on these projects, I myself become very passionate about the cause as well. In preparation for these productions, I have to interview victims of human rights abuse. There are people in the world that try to replace kindness and compassion in our hearts with hatred and fear. Be it suicide bombing or a government's action to suppress people's belief. Their goal is clear: to control us by fear.
Here for you tonight. I'll be playing a song that's composed by a practitioner of Falun Gong, a spiritual practice that has been brutally persecuted in China for the past 14 years. The song commemorates those who have lost their life for their faith and praises the millions of people who continue their peaceful resistance even till today.
Using a beauty pageant as a platform to promote religious freedom. That's what a Chinese-born student in Canada is hoping to do with this year's Miss World Canada.
A university student, actress, and human rights activist. At 23 years old, Chinese-born Anastasia Lin is taking on yet another challenge, Miss World Canada 2013. But it's not just the title she's after.
My platform is religious freedom. I do want to speak on behalf of the people in the world who don't have this freedom.
The student at the University of Toronto is living the motto of Miss World Canada, beauty with a purpose. In 2011, Lin was one of 11 stakeholder representatives to meet with Canadian Foreign Affairs Minister John Baird about Canada's Office of Religious Freedom. On the big screen, Lin has chosen films that highlight the importance of human rights.
I wanted to compete for the Miss World title because I want to inspire people to care about each other again, to have kindness and compassion back in the society. I want to speak up for those who can't speak up for themselves. They shouldn't be left victimized, silenced, in the corner of the world where no one hears them. China used to be a land that's so rich in spiritual practices. We had Taoism, Buddhism, all kinds of different beliefs that flourished on our land. But right now, it's being reduced to political slogans. People live under fear throughout their lives without even knowing that they do have a right to speak up for themselves. I think it's during the process of making these movies, I find it really authentic. Those are the messages that I believe in. And being able to act them out and bring it to the audiences, I feel very profound.
Anastasia Lin says this former Miss World Canada inspired her to consider the pageant. But it was Anastasia's own contact with a former prisoner of conscience that motivated her to enter.
What happened to her was that I saw her a month after she came out of China. I can still see the bruises and the damages that's done to her body due to the torture in the labor camp.
That woman died several months later. Family members said she had been injected with toxic substances before she left China.
That was really heartbreaking for us, for the entire film crew. And that's when I decided to join the competition and I will be able to speak up for them.
Canada's Miss World contestant Anastasia Lin says she's been stopped from traveling within China to take part in the pageant. Lin is an outspoken critic of China's human rights record. Now, Lin says she was prevented from boarding a connecting flight from Hong Kong to the province of Henan. A Chinese official reportedly told her she would not be granted a visa on arrival. Lin is a follower of Falun Gong, which was outlawed in China in 1999.